Well, g'day, and welcome back again to Zhaoqing. And today we're out on the bike. We're just going to try and find somewhere interesting to go for a walk and make a video. But on the way through here, we're at Paifeng Square. This sign behind us here is to advertise the All China Games coming up, which is going to be hosted sort of between Guangdong, Macau and Hong Kong. So we have 152 days until that starts. So that's coming up. What month are we in now? So it must be towards the end of this year. So yeah, Zhaoqing will be hosting women's football, judo, gymnastics and cricket, which I don't know if the translation on the app where it says cricket is correct. I've never seen any sign of cricket being played in China, but I'm really looking forward to that. I'm a big cricket fan from way back. So yeah, that's one of the things coming up in the near future, not too distant future, here in Zhaoqing. So yeah, that'll be exciting. Lots of visitors coming for that, hopefully. And yeah, we're going to try and get more information, and we'll actually look at traveling around around the area a bit, try and catch a few of the different events in different cities. No doubt there'll be stuff happening in you know, Guangzhou, Shenzhen, Maoming, various other places around the place. So yeah, we'll see how we go with that. That looks really interesting. But we're going to carry on the ride. We're going to try and yeah, we're just trying to find somewhere interesting to go for a walk and have a bit of a talk. So stick with us. When we find somewhere, we'll be right back with you. Okay, we're off the bike now. We are just off the main road, well, one of the main roads here. And I've pulled in here because if we whip our camera around, there are hundreds and hundreds of bikes parked here. So, you know, the other side of the road's all chock-a-block as well. So we're going to go for a little wander just from here. Wander, maybe go around the block or something and see what sort of stuff we can see around the place. Because yeah, this sort of part of Zhaoqing is not a place that I regularly visit. Yeah, I don't sort of get out here terribly much. So we've got a little convenience store in here. It looks like probably a traditional Chinese medicine shop in there, I think. And but just hundreds and hundreds of bikes parked down here. So I don't know if these guys are all in this building. This is a huge big building. It's a beautiful building to look at. We're a bit close to get a good view from here. We might as we get down the road a little bit, we might have a little bit of a look and see exactly, have a good look at that building, because it is spectacular. If we turn left down here, over the other side of the road down here is a heap of bike shops, electric bikes. So if you're after an electric bike, you've got probably close on a dozen shops down there to look at. Then we've got a KFC over the road here, a service station, and then there's a few more bike shops down this way as well. So a really, really good place to come and have a look if you are looking for an electric bike. It's a really, really good area to be in. So we're going to wander down this way. So this is one of the sort of three main roads heading into Zhaoqing. So we did a video a while back. We went out with Tony, had a look at a heap of the road infrastructure way out to the east, which was sort of at the point where the main road broke into three. One went up the north side of the lake, one went through the middle of town, and the other one came down along the river. And this is the one in the middle, which is a very, very busy road. Looks like we've got a nice little area in here. So it looks like we've got some cafes, there's a gymnasium, stuff like that in there. So sort of leisure area. We won't actually go into there and have a look. Actually, down here was a So we've got more bike shops down here. I think, okay, so bike repairs by the look of it. More electric bikes. Wow, some of these look really nice. Actually, I really like the look of that. That looks really good. So yeah, heaps of bike shops in this sort of little area of town. There are other areas of town with lots of bike shops as well, but it's probably one of the bigger ones down here. Just up here a little ways was a place called, what were they called? The Blue Emerald, I think, which was a massage place. I used to go to probably every month. I'd go and get a massage, just keep the back loose, because I have had back problems all my life. And but yeah, they closed due to COVID, which was a bit of a shame. So bedding shops, so all your sheets, blankets, pillows, all that sort of stuff. In fact, I need to get a couple of new pillows myself. I might even do that. I'm actually popping in, after we finish doing this, I will be popping into Darren Farr, the main shopping centre, and I was just turning around to have a look there if we can get a look at that building, but no, we've already gone too far. Yeah, I need to pop into Darren Farr to grab some stuff for dinner tonight. So I figure we may as well grab a couple of pillows while we're there as well. So what do we got here? ICBC, which is the, what is the name of that? It's a, pretty sure it's a bank. ICBC. I'm guessing the last two words will be Bank of China. We'll see if we can get the name. Over the road there, we've got a, what's that called? Victoria Maternal and Infant Club. It's one thing you get a lot of here is little shops where you can, you know, you bring your baby in, they do baby baths and baby massage and all sorts of really cool stuff. It's not something I've seen, not something I've seen a lot of. This restaurant in front of us here, this big building in front of us, the ground floor is a restaurant. I'm not sure, the upper two floors might be as well. But that is really, really popular restaurant. Come past here of an evening and the place is absolutely chock-a-block. Just trying to see the name on this bank. I can't, no, they got nothing telling us what that ICBC stands for. Oh, here we go, we've got the green light. Okay. So yeah, those all China games that we started the video at, I'm really looking forward to seeing that. I've been to a couple of gymnastics competitions here in Zhaoqing. They actually had the national trials for the Olympic Games here a couple of years back, a few years back, I can't remember how long ago. And that was really, really good. I really enjoyed that. Sort of having a bit of a background in circus stuff, you know, coaching kids in circus and as well as performing myself. Gymnastics is one of the events I really love. In fact, I'm really pleased with the events that Zhaoqing's hosting. They're probably the 4 events that Zhaoqing's hosting. So what was it? Women's football, gymnastics, judo, and cricket. 3 of those are the sports I would have wanted to see anyway. Gymnastics. Women's football, I've always preferred women's football over men's football. Maybe not so much in the lower classes, but when I watch things like the Premier League, you know, the top class sort of stuff. In the men's, I really don't enjoy it. I just find them all to be really, really troublesome in the way they dive to try and get bloody penalties and the like. So on our right here, we have the main fire station. So we see all the fire engines in there. And then I think down behind there, they've actually got training areas and dormitories and all sorts of stuff for the crew. Middle of the road here, a lot of these roads in China will have these fences along the middle, but here they've actually got a gate here which will raise up so the fire trucks have got easy access to come out and go either left or right. You don't hear the fire trucks out that often. They're not really that busy, which is a good thing, I'm glad. But yeah, back to what we were saying, the football. Yeah, I remember watching it was a World Cup game. I can't remember who was playing. I know Brazil was one side, and I don't remember who they were playing. I think it was the French when they had the World Cup in France. And Brazil had earned a corner, but the ball had wound up near the goals. And one of the opposition players had kicked the ball to the Brazilian player who was, getting ready to take the corner kick. The ball hit this guy on the knee, and he went down clutching his face like it had smacked him in the nose. And they got, the other team got penalised for this. It was absolute garbage. And yeah, I hate, I played football myself for many years, coached football. I hate that garbage, people taking dives and stuff. It's just not the way it should be done. I remember watching a ladies game. I don't remember if it was the Premier League in England, the Women's Premier League, or it was at that level, really high level, and some girl got smashed in the face and blood pouring out of her nose, but she jumped straight back up and was straight chasing after the ball to get back in the game. There was no trying to get a free kick or anything. She ended up winning a free kick, but she never even appealed for a free kick. It was just, the ball's over there, I'm going to go and get it. Yeah, all this garbage diving and stuff that the guys do, I just can't watch it anymore. It's a terrible indictment on the game. When you look at things like rugby or AFL, Australian football, American football, you see guys get properly cleaned up. There's no complaining, they just get on with the game. If they're able, they just carry on. And so yeah, having women's football as opposed to men's football here, really happy about that. Gymnastics, really happy about that. Cricket, I'll be really interested to see what they do with cricket here. I'll be really interested to see what sort of pitch they've got, because I don't even know that I've seen an area that's big enough for a proper cricket pitch here. I'm sort of partly wondering if they're actually talking about something along the lines of indoor cricket or something. I could see that being played here fairly easily, but outdoor cricket, I don't even know where they'd find a venue big enough to hold a proper match. Hello, how are you? She's a little cutie. Yeah, so cricket, I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know if the translation is incorrect. Maybe it's, I don't know. I would have thought baseball would be more, not that I've seen baseball here either, but I would have thought that would be more likely than cricket. Although I guess Hong Kong being an ex-British colony, there would be a history of cricket in Hong Kong. So, but Yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised, you know, if they are going to have cricket and if cricket is played in Hong Kong, I'm rather surprised that that the venue's here in Zhaoqing and not in Hong Kong. I would have thought Hong Kong, if they've got a history there, they would at least have some cricket pitches and cricket fields and stuff. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Got building work going on in here, so clearing out an old shop, putting in something new. Oh, here's this young lady again, staring back the whole time they're riding away, staring back at me. Oh, they are fascinated when they see a foreigner here. Said before, it's one of the things I really like about being in Zhaoqing is, as foreigners, we are fairly rare. It's not the sort of thing that's seen every day. Oh, here we have a parcel delivery area. So the guy is there sorting out his parcels for his next run. The little tricycle motorbike there, we'll load that up, head on out to different places. So getting his run sorted out. Okay, we're coming up to another fairly main looking road over here. Now, this must be the road, I think. Let me just get my bearings here. Yeah, okay, so if we carry on back down this way, this will head us back into the middle of town, which we're going to head that way because we are sort of just going for a quick little wander. Fruit shop there, so all your fruit available. Dragon fruit out the front there. I don't know if you've had them before, but no, that's not dragon fruit. That is, oh, what's the thing they put on pizzas? They smell terrible. I've never eaten them. Just the smell alone is enough to put me off. Oh no, I can't remember the name. Oh, little hardware store here. So looks like lots of plumbing sort of stuff, shower heads, there's PVC piping for water pipes, all that sort of stuff. Oh, a foot massage place in there. It's actually not quite as hot as it's been lately. It's actually, let's check that. Let's see what the temperature is. It doesn't feel as hot as it has been recently, but we'll check that out. Weather. Oh, okay, it's telling me it's still 36. Maybe I'm just getting used to this weather, but it doesn't feel as hot as it has felt the last sort of few days. So on our right here, we've got another little police office here, which they all look closed up at the moment. Nothing happening in there today. Now, we've also got to try and... Or is this the actual police station in behind here? I don't know, the sign there says China Southern Power Grid. So that must just be a little part-time police office there. Not not a full-time police station. So city bus over the road there. So these are all electric now. There's none of the diesel-powered buses left in Zhaoqing. They, yeah, when I first got here 8 years ago, they were all diesel-powered buses. Probably a year after I arrived, the first of the electric buses started operating, and very, very quickly they were all switched over. It happened really fast. The last ones to switch over were the buses that head out sort of Dinghu and stuff, that do the longer trips. But they're all switched over now, and yeah, it's a really good thing. The buses are really nice, really smooth. So we've got another bank here. This is the main office of, what's the bank? ABC. ABC, is that the Agricultural Bank of China? I can't remember. Okay, we're going to cross the road here, and then we're going to chuck a right, start heading back towards where the bike is. But we're going to try and find down here, we're going to try and find a little alleyway that will head back, and we'll come back to where the bike is through a back street, just for something different. So this road, actually, if we head up this way, I don't know if we can see that. The road sort of lifts up here. That's heading up towards the bridge, the new bridge that runs over the river. So this road at rush hour sort of time, this road gets really, really busy. A lot of cars, a lot of buses heading up and over the river, over to Gaoyao. In fact, down here also is a China Mobile store, which is where I went to get my first sort of new mobile phone. When I first came to China, I needed to upgrade my phone, and that was a, what was that, a Samsung S10, I think. Certainly it was a good phone for the time, but it doesn't stand up anymore. Okay, we're going to head around to the right here. So we're another big pharmacy here. Cow Pharmacy, you see these absolutely everywhere. This part of town, I imagine, if you went back sort of 10, 15 years, I imagine this was a really, really busy area of town. But as all the new areas have been developed, a lot of this sort of area has really quietened down. So yeah, I wonder if redevelopment's going to come down this way anytime soon. Oh, that's quite a big hairdresser's in there. A big shop for only one hairdresser working. Looks like another restaurant in here. You see any idea of what type of food they do? No, it's not hot pot stuff, so it's all cooked before it comes to your table. That's one thing that you have to watch. If you go into a restaurant here in China, there are places where you order your food, and you know, like a hot pot restaurant, you'll order your food and they will just bring out the raw ingredients and you chuck it in the pot and you cook it to the degree that you like it cooked. Same with, there's some barbecue places that are very similar to that. Well, I was hoping we'd have an alleyway down here to the left to get down, but haven't found one yet, and we're getting back down towards the main sort of road. That doesn't lead very far through. We've got one more chance up here. Oh, looks like another little police station here. This one actually looks like it's open. Oh, and they've got a much bigger and much newer building up the back there. That looks really nice, actually. Really nice looking building. And yeah, rather old looking apartment buildings in through here. Ah, this building on the right here, so just up the top there I can see Golden Diamond Hotel. So it's a hotel as well as a restaurant down the bottom. That's on the corner where I pointed out that big restaurant. Well, I'm rather disappointed we haven't been able to find an alleyway to work our way down the back here somewhere. Maybe this one will carry through a little ways. Nope, that's gated off. So they're all heading into apartment buildings. Here we have police after the last couple of videos. Police over the road here. Okay, so we've got a kindergarten in here. So it looks like the kindergarten's just come out. We've got one security guard out the front, which is, where are we? In here in the blue shirt. We've got what must be a staff member with a vest on, and then a police officer over to the right of that white car. So one thing that they do now is almost, I don't know if it's every school, but almost every school that I see, when it's time for students to go home, whether it's kindergarten, primary school, middle school, high school, there will be a police officer at the entrance / exit to the school, just to, and they've also built a lot of barriers so that cars can't get into the entrance of schools and stuff and cause problems, be it by accident or, I believe there was a case a while back where, I don't know if it was a disgruntled parent or something, came and decided to do some sort of a ram raid into a school. I don't think anybody was killed there, but that prompted the government to come out and say, right, we're going to fund all the schools, get barriers out the front of the school so that as kids are coming out the front gate, they're protected from cars that want to do that sort of thing. And they all have police officers now who, come and just keep an eye on things as kids are coming and going, which is, personally I think a little bit overkill, but better to be safe than sorry, especially when you're dealing with kids. Oh, this is a, looks like this is a massage. This is where that Blue Amber I mentioned. I used to come here to get massages. Looks like they're still doing massage in here. But it's a different company. Yeah, they were really good. They did a great job. Quite expensive, but really, really good massage staff in there. Not for those of you with dirty minds. No, not that kind of massage place. I don't really frequent that sort of place. It's not my deal. I like a massage because I like to keep my body loose, especially my back. As I said, I've had a lot of back problems all my life. Haven't really had any back issues since I arrived in China. I think partly that is the harder beds that we sleep on. I don't sleep on a bed as hard as some Chinese people do, but but certainly harder than I would have had back in Australia, and I think that made a big difference. Okay, so we are getting back towards where we kicked off. So here's this, actually we might even just have a look what else we've got in here. So yeah, it looks like cafe, another cafe, another, oh actually, we've had an English corner meeting in this building here, way back. I remember, yes, I have been in here before. So what else have we, oh, we've got a little, looks like a little snooker hall down here. See a few young guys in there playing some snooker. That's one thing we're going to have to do, is jump out with, maybe go out with Mr. Tony sometime. And looks like we have a nightclub in here. We've got a music bar over this way. Gymnasium, that looks quite nice. And then, yeah, lots of cafes and stuff. Well, yeah, I'm going to have to try and arrange with Mr. Tony to get out and have a look at one of these snooker places, because there are a lot of them around the place. Yeah, so we'll look at getting into one of them places. So we've got to find someone to go, somebody to go with, because it's not the sort of thing you can really go and do on your own. But yeah, we might go and book a table for an hour and do a video and show you one of these snooker places. Oh wow, look at this artwork on the side of the building here. This great big picture of the moon. That's really cool. Let's get up a bit closer and have a look at this. Wow, I really like that. Yeah, that looks good. Nice. Okay, wandering our way back out of here. Yeah, this is the sort of place probably want to come in here of an evening time, I would imagine. So we're back into the bike shops here, and then actually we might hopefully be able to give you a look at this big building up in front of us, because it is a really, really cool building here. Yeah, we're still too close. They've actually got a big dome up on the top of that. Must try and get in there one day and see if we can get inside that dome up the top. It would be pretty amazing views, I think. So, yeah, that's going to be it for this one. I was hoping, just looking over the other side of the road there was one other thing I wanted to give you a look at, but no, it doesn't look like we can. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, hit that like button, share with friends, subscribe to the channel, all that stuff. Questions or comments, hit us up down there in the comment section. And if there is anything you would like to learn about life here in China, in Guangdong, in Zhaoqing, again, hit us up down there in the comment section. If you come up with a good idea for a video, we'll go away and make a video for you. But for now, yeah, we're off to the supermarket, grab some stuff for dinner tonight, and then off home, back out to Dinghu for classes tomorrow afternoon. So thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe, and we will see you all in the next one. Cheers.